guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Dan.
This is Board Game Rundown. Today we're going to talk about Half-Truth by Ken Jennings, Richard Garfield. So Ken Jennings, Jeopardy guy, Richard Garfield, the Magic the Gathering guy, right? Huh? This is Nighthawk Games. It is currently now available
on the shelf at your FLGS.
Yes. So
FLGS.
this is a kind of an interesting take on like a party trivia game.
Yeah.
Definitely unique to what we've normally played. So it plays 2 to 6 players. We said it's trivia. You basically are going to have a card that you're going to put out in the middle. There's 6 choices, A, B, C, D, E, F. And then you are going to take your poker chips of your color, question marks on one side and the specific letter on the other. Ooh. And then you're going to pick up to 3 answers that you think are correct.
Yep.
You can just choose one, which is safe.
Safer bet.
2 gets you bonus points. 3 gets you more bonus points.
Because every card you're going to have 3 right answers and 3 wrong answers.
Yes.
Half true.
Half
not.
true. So that's half truth. Ding, put a hat on it, and the movie, right? You say the title of the movie, and then it's over. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, art is what it is, right?
Yeah.
On the art design's fine. I like the chips.
I like the chips.
The chips are fun. I
they're
played with the
plastic.
chips the whole time,
Yeah,
too,
I was
right?
thinking as I was sitting here looking through them, how nice it is to have the plastic chips, because if you had just the cardboard ones,
Oh, they get
you know,
warped.
you have like people drinking with wet hands, this and that, and then they'd be all wet, and they would get
They're going to
like,
get marked up. They're
marked
going to get
up,
wore
the corners
out.
would get wore out. Yeah, these plastic chips are going to last. So
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, and I kind of like this little modular thing they did with the board. So you start with round 1, right at the top. You go around, and you flip it over for round 2, and then you just got this one other piece for round 3. Boom.
Yep.
Donezo.
Yeah.
And depending on how far you've gotten at the end of the round, so when one player gets to the red spot at the end, that ends the round.
Yep.
Then everybody gets points according to how far
Whatever
they've
your
made it on
threshold
the
you
track.
made, Yep.
And that's
pretty much
kinda
it. Yeah.
It is.
I like that. Oh, I know one of those, and you can just take the one easy bet and move up the track. Or if you're like, you want to guess, you can press your luck and guess for 2 or 3.
Because no matter
get
how
some
many you
bonus
get
points.
right, you only move up the track 1 space.
The
the
space
die.
on the die that you
Correct,
rolled.
on the die you rolled. Yep.
So I mean, that's how you play.
Yeah.
And
Pretty straightforward, but it's fun.
As far as replayability goes,
Yeah, there's a lot of
there
questions.
are
in here.
boxes and boxes and
Boxes
boxes
of
of cards. You could very easily, right, like get a little add-on pack that would just be like a box of cards.
Oh yeah.
Maybe for a specific style of
Right.
trivia or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure they could do like lots of upgrades. Like, oh, this one's about movies, and this one's about trivia games. You open yourself up for
That'd be
any
cool.
kind
so
of.
many things you could
yeah.
do with this. So
Especially
many
coming from the
things.
Jeopardy guy, right?
Yeah, the Jeopardy guy knows a lot of
Start
stuff.
adding the categories, I'm
Yeah.
saying, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take movies for 1 deck, please.
Listen,
Yeah, it's a
though,
box of
Ken-
potpourri.
Ken
right?
Jennings you might be referring to Ken Jennings as the Jeopardy guy, but we all know the real Jeopardy guy is Alex Trebek.
Of course.
This is true.
Just
Of
saying.
course.
Yes.
Just saying. Anyways, was this game fun for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
spoken recently how much I enjoy trivia games.
Yep.
I love trivia games a lot. This was a cool one. I liked that it takes that basic, it's not similar, but that basic betting mechanic of not betting, but that wits and wagers.
You're kind of betting,
where
though.
because
you're
doing
betting
that
on
thing.
yourself.
Yeah.
But
Right.
this is instead of the way it works in that game, it's a interesting little how much do you push your knowledge
Yes.
thing.
How
And,
confident are you?
yeah.
Oh, I know all 3. Oh,
how
and
much
I've
do
been
you know
completely
about that
wrong
topic?
so
Yeah.
many times, yet I still won, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This little system, I kind of pointed to it earlier and we talked about, but this little system where the ones line up nice on the car, so the system, very clever little
Yeah.
easy
And then
way.
also your chips
Yep.
fit right
Your
in there,
chips.
right?
Yep.
And then when you flip it over, the green are the correct answers. And they even tell you,
That's
like,
what I was doing wrong.
yeah, so all the
I
correct
won.
answers. All those evasive correct answers
That's right.
you couldn't find. But yeah, man, replayability, obviously there's a ton.
Tons of questions.
Just
Yeah.
a ton. The art's fine. I think the art's good for what it is. I mean, you're not trying to, paint a Picasso with this thing.
Nope.
It's just a
trivia game.
very
Yeah.
easy trivia game. Not even a table hog, right? This is small
Nope.
enough you could
Yep,
play.
small
Yeah, I know,
footprint.
man. This is the footprint, and then you have your tokens in front of you.
Yep. And then
So-
maybe some score chits. Right?
Sure.
So yeah, that's it. So weight-wise, this game is pretty light.
Well, the box is kind of heavy with all the cards in there.
Yeah,
And the chips.
that's a heavy
chips.
But
trivia
talking
game.
like crunch wise and yes, and like how heavy it is. I mean, it's light. You're asking questions, you're guessing on what answers you might know.
And so the
straightforward.
ages are like 12 and up. And I think, though, that the way this game plays, that like if you were playing with a 12-year-old and you get something and they're like, I have no idea. And it's like, well, guess. Guess one.
Guess
exactly.
one.
Guess
You've
one.
got a
You literally have
50%
50 chance at that
of getting
point
it right.
of at least moving.
And they could do well.
They could.
You know?
and just keep moving up that little
Especially
track
if they're playing with Tim, who just guesses 3 every time.
Listen,
Yeah.
I hit that a couple times
Yeah, well,
and did win.
Yeah, I'm still curious about
Yeah.
that.
It's still kind of.
He went from like
Listen.
27 points to like 45, and it's
Yeah.
like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened is I hit 3 times in the last round, and then also got 12
Tim,
more points.
we all believe you. What is that over there?
Except you don't.
Yeah.
I mean that's what it is. It's easy to teach.
Yep.
This game is on on store shelves now on
Yeah.
FLGS, maybe even big box stores. I don't know. This seems like the kind of game you could find at a big box store.
Something I wanted to mention that is kind of under the like, who all do you think would like this game? Who's this game for? Kind of thing is this. I was impressed. Makes sense coming from a Jeopardy guy. Again, I keep saying that like he helped. I liked the broad spectrum of questions.
There
That
was
we
a
had.
little bit of pop culture.
Yeah,
there's a little
like
bit of history.
it was.
There's
insane
geography,
how just
there's
all
science.
over this was. So like, you're not gonna get in a lot of trivia games. You're not gonna get that one guy who's just like, I know everything about this topic, so I'm gonna destroy it. Like this is.
No.
There are times where I was like, I know all 3. I'm getting this, and then there were times where I was like, I've never heard of any of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So, and that happened like a lot. It was very
Let me
back
just-
and forth. I liked it.
Proudly or sadly say we all knew the Spice Girls one.
Well, yeah.
But we didn't know, but none of us got the Justin Bieber points. So
I guess kind
there's
of
a
canceled
trade
it out a
off.
little bit. Yeah. I'd rather know the Spice
Or
Girls
none of us
than
got the Kanye West points. That's
No,
for
none
sure.
of us
None
got
of
the
us got
Kanye
Kanye
West
West.
ones, and I was
Right.
proud
Oh
of
yeah,
us.
you did get the Justin Bieber one. Right?
Yeah, I
You
picked the one
did.
that sounded
Well,
ridiculous.
he does have that. He does have that Bieber like face tattoo, like in the lower
yeah,
back,
yeah.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
Lower back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So score wise, out of a 1 out of 10, how do you guys feel about half?
I like trivia games so much. This is hard for me. I feel like I want to compare this on a different level than most board games. Like,
Okay.
because part of me is like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to give a 7 to a lot of games because that's how I feel about a lot of games. And this, when I first thought about it, was like, this is probably a 7 for me. This is a nice, above average game. I had a good time. But if I'm comparing it to trivia games, I actually think I'm going to bump this up to an 8. I like this a lot. I like trivia games. And this system was cool. I enjoyed my experience, and I liked, again, my biggest takeaway from this game was the broad spectrum of questions that I don't run into a lot in other trivia games.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. How about you, Bobby? What do you think?
I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like trivia games. I like crunchier games too.
Sure.
Sure.
But like Dan said, like if I was to compare it to just trivia games, it's one of my. I do enjoy it more than other trivia
Sure.
games that I have
Sure.
played. So yeah, I'm gonna call it say 7.5.
Whoa, boy. Here we go.
Oh, crap. We have to average this.
Hold on. Well,
I'm hoping our editor.
so I'm gonna make it
on the
easy.
calculator.
I think maybe not.
Okay.
So for me, I was thinking 7 initially,
Uh-huh.
but then listening to you guys talk, and I was just thinking like,
10.
well, no, but like because of the broad spectrum of questions, like people will not sit down and play Seen It with me.
Right.
Right. Okay.
I am one of those people. Do not play Seen It with each other.
Right. Right.
I'd
Don't.
love to.
I would love to. I would love to. Let's
No,
do it.
Dan. I mean, maybe Disney Seen It. Dan,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not.
But
He knows too many 80s movies.
this-
That's true.
this covers so many things, and like I just feel like for a group of like different people, like
Right.
different
Different
level
interests.
of different level of gamers, right? Like hardcore gamers, lighter gamers, because I've got some in-laws, right, that
Right.
they would like a trivia game ish if they felt like they could be at least kind of competitive,
Right.
And I think this makes everybody competitive.
The fact that this game, too, just to interject slightly.
So that gives me an 8.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I was just
Finish
saying
the
the
point.
slight that
Yeah.
this game is it's a 50-50. If you don't know a question, you're allowed to just lean
Yeah.
on 50-50. That's kind of crazy for trivia games. So yeah.
So yeah, it's an 8 because I think that the broad appeal. I think for me it's a 7, right? But then getting this played, like, oh no, this would see the table.
bumps it up.
This will see the table. So that puts us at a 7.8.
it's a 7.8.
7.8.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid, right?
pretty
That's
solid.
a pretty solid rating. I had fun. I had fun playing this, especially like the trash talking and
Yeah.
like throwing the chips down. And
Right. Oh, I know this one.
Being
I looked at it like,
so-
oh, you're wrong. No, I was totally not.
No, Tim, here's exactly why you're wrong.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh.
and I believe I did that as well.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
like, nope, it's going to be this because of this, and
Yeah.
then this because of that. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoops.
Yeah.
Nope.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
no.
it.
So it was great. Yeah,
I
it was a
believe
lot
you
of fun
even took
playing
a
it.
picture of a card at one point to double check, right? Did you actually?
yeah.
do
Well,
that?
well, it was the Harry Potter one, and I sent it to my fiance, who is like
Right,
knows
a
it all.
Potterhead.
She got it wrong too. Well, because she was saying the same thing because she guessed the one that we guessed, but she's like, no, that should be divination, not that. Even though it's kind of like the same thing.
But they're
They
different.
are different.
They are different.
But it's funny that she aired the same way I aired.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you're marrying her.
It is.
So, guys, Half Truth, I would say check it out. I
Yeah.
think all of us say, hey,
Yep.
Yeah, if you like trivia games, definitely.
scoop it up for the price point.
Yeah, it's actually
definitely.
reasonably priced.
It's
too,
very
so, yeah.
reasonably priced. So just go out to a game store if
Yeah.
trivia is your
A lot
bag.
of game for your buck.
What? Yeah, sure. Right on. Right on. Well, for the board game rundown, I've been Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm in Dan.
We'll see you next time. Was that a half truth?
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.